Many street children in Kenya are so used to being taken advantage of and people having bad intentions when they have conversations with them or they offer to help. And we met one little boy that actually was telling us a story about a lot of the street kids survive together on the street. They have a best friend that they live on the streets with, that they survive with, that they beg on the streets with. And he was telling us that him and his best friend were walking down the street one day, and there's a man that approached him and he said, I can see that you're very sick, that your liver is really sick. I'm a doctor, I want to help you. And immediately they thought, well, this man wants to help us. We don't have any money, we're street kids, we're never gonna get help if he really does need surgery. And so they agreed to go into the surgery, not knowing this man, not knowing the background. And they go into this little hut, and this man actually performs the surgery. And the boy's liver was stolen, and the man sold it on the black market. The other little boy watched his best friend bleed out and die, completely helpless. He had no idea what to do. He had no help. He had no family. He just had to sit there and watch his best friend take his last few breaths. And when he told me that story, I saw the tears just streaming down his face. And I remember just holding him and thinking, how could this happen? How could this gruesome act happen and there just be no justice? People don't know that these stories are real and that they're happening on the other side of the world. And the worst part about it is there's no place for these children to go. The devastating reality was when this little boy's best friend died, he had to go right back to the streets and just resume survival mode like nothing had happened. He still had to worry about his next meal. He still had to worry about where he was going to sleep at night without having to worry about someone hurting him or someone stealing all his stuff while he slept. And when I hear these stories, I think something has to be done. And we have the honor to just partner with Jesus in this because we can do something. We can go after the one. Everyone says the one is not worth it. I've heard people say, it's just one. There's millions that are in poverty. There's millions of displaced children and wars happening and bombs going off in war-torn countries all over the world. But there's one person, if that child was your child, if that sister was your sister, if that brother was your brother, how would you respond? How would you care for them? And that's what Jesus has called us to do. He says, what you've done for the least of these, you do unto me. And I don't know about you, but I want to give my very best to Jesus. And this is giving our very best. It's providing a home for the orphan. It's providing a place to sleep for the little boy that's been on drugs most of his life. It's a place where a child can go through drug withdrawals and not have to worry about somebody stealing all their stuff at night. That's what a drug rehab rescue center is going to look like. And we're just excited to see what God's going to do with it.